doesn't dress in a way that's attractive. So when you're brahmacharini, that's kind of the idea. They're just wearing the same saffron every day. Pretty simple, right? Jai Nishingadev. So that's the idea.
And if you wanted to stay a brahmacharini, you could then wear white if you didn't want to get married.
Yeah, but I wouldn't advise it yet. Many women wore white when they were young, but they took it off later. How old are you?
I'm 37 next month.
Oh yeah, maybe. Anyway, wear white with a border. Now wait till you're a little older, you know. Wait till you've been a devotee. You know, like, this is an interesting thing that happens. When you become a devotee, you're coming out of the material world, and the experiences you had in the material world were kind of pushing you to spiritual life. And so those experiences are very fresh, and those fresh experiences help in our renunciation. But after you've been a devotee a while, and you've distanced yourself from what your material life is, you gain a better understanding of where you're at. Because you're not like being affected by those past bad experiences. It's kind of neutralized. Does that make sense, or should I? Yeah. Like sometimes renunciation comes from frustration, but it's not real renunciation. It's just like, I'm frustrated with it. I don't want to do that again. And so a lot of people, when they come out of a bad relationship, they'll say, I'll never have a relationship with another woman or another man again, because it was so traumatic and difficult and draining. But 4 or 5, 6 years later, they won't necessarily feel that way. They'll meet some guy, well, he seems nice and we get along, and you know. Then the desire for that sometimes you can't tell if you have a desire or not if you've been frustrated by something. Right? Because it kind of covers it and makes it think you don't want it. And you say, I don't want it. Maybe you do. If you had a healthier experience, maybe you would say, I do want it. But the unhealthy experience may make you say, I don't want it. So it's always, you always have to be careful in analyzing your level of renunciation, because it can be filtered through bad experience, and it's just like, it's a repulsion, not a renunciation. So that's why, wait and see. Then you'll know. It's very interesting. Like sometimes you can't tell, because you had like bad experiences with something. You're like, I don't want it. I don't want to touch it. Yes.
I feel a part of it is to do. It's not necessarily that I wouldn't want it, but my intelligence tells me, if I'm meant to live my life as if I'm going to die soon, my first thought isn't I want to get married and have kids. I would rather serve a spiritual master than have a husband in that way.
Yeah, maybe.
And either way, there's going to be suffering. So.
Yeah, I agree with that part. And the question is, what's going to be less? Like, that is a good way of thinking. But whether that way of thinking will remain in you in a few years, we have to see. Right? That's the tricky part. It's like sometimes it's hard to tell if this way of thinking is actually the way I am, or it's circumstantial because of just what I've come from and how I'm relishing so much Krishna consciousness, and it seems like this is what I want. Say, okay, that's fine. Just give it time and see if that, in 5 years you still want it.
Then I'll be too old.
All right, 3 years, 2 years. Anyway, you can't force it. If you don't want it, you don't want it. But you should talk to some of the women about it. They may talk you out of it. My wife didn't want to have children, and one day she came back from India and said, we're having children. I said, really? She said, yeah, every senior woman I knew told me you should have children. Because she was like, was 19, no, she wasn't that old. She was like 34, 35. And everyone said, you should have children. She wasn't even thinking about it. And all of a sudden, and now we only had one. We tried to have two. She had a miscarriage, and she's like, oh, I was so stupid. I should have had like more children. I should have done it earlier. So sometimes you can't tell. You're in a certain stage of life. And then you go through another stage, the stars change, you get older, and then you feel differently. So sometimes it's really hard to understand what you want unless you give it a little bit of time. Especially when you become a devotee, because it's just so different. We all, in the beginning, we want it so much. But then after a number of years, we know how much we can actually digest. We know how qualified we are. So maybe in a few years you might think, yeah, I could do this. I want to do this, or I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can be brahmachari my whole life. It'll become more clear. But I would talk to the women about it. They'll help you. More than I can help you. They have the female insight. Yes? Isn't that interesting? That you sometimes you can't even understand your level of renunciation because it's more repulsion than renunciation, and you don't realize it until you realize it later. I was 20... How old was I? I was 24. I was married for like 2 years. I had a 1-year-old son, and I wanted to take sannyas. I was like completely fed up with it. I go, this is like, it's just a waste. Got to take care of the kid, you got to make money, satisfy the wife. This is like, let me get out on the road and preach. And I thought, I can do this. And why did I think I could do it? Because I was so fed up with Grihastha life, I thought, why would I ever want to go back to that again? And my wife left, and I thought, oh, that's good, she left. And I got married again when I was older, So this is like really hard to understand where you're at when there's so much difficulty in your life pushing you a certain way, because it doesn't really let you know what's deep in your heart. You only know right now how you feel. It's interesting. It's just interesting to think about. For not just for you, for all of us. And then you're going to ask, well, how do I know if I don't know? Right? Is that what you're thinking? Well, you should have been thinking like that. How do I know if I don't know? Yeah, well, you don't know. But at least you might know, you might be able to think, well, maybe it's not, what I'm feeling now is not really what's in my heart. It's just circumstantial. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
At the beginning you asked us all, what would we have done differently?
Yes.
And left and right I heard opinions, this and that, and so on and so forth. And it all made me remember chapter 5 and the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, where it is clearly stated that the reason why we're here is because we think we know, but actually we know nothing. And this exacerbated form of ego that we proudly say, no, I know this and that and that. That's why we're here. That's why we got kicked out. So, and bhakti is all about admitting to ourselves that we don't know and that we submit to a spiritual master. So he tells us what to do, so we can go back.
So you're saying it would make you more humble?
What?
Are you saying it would help you become more humble?
To practice bhakti yoga.
If you had more self-care, you'd be...
If I had what?
More self-care or self-love?
It would make me more humble. I hope so. No, but what I would have done differently is...
what you've done differently. Okay.
I really don't know. For my dilemma in the morning was all about I put it this way. My previous temple commander, he told me that the way you practice your day to day is No, what was it?
Prepares you for tomorrow.
Prepares you for tomorrow. Yeah. So I did it, but I did it too much. Like I need sadhusanga. I need to do devotionals. I need to do my sevas. I need to chant my rounds. But I also need my sleep. Unless I'm a Thakur, then I don't. So, and now reflecting on it, it's like, okay, I did too much of all the things. So that's why I didn't get enough sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But in the moment, it didn't feel like it. It was like, no, it's just how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then my body said no. And now I paid the
like-
price for it.
Yeah, well, like we were saying before, sometimes you have to burn out to know that you went too far. And it's just a life experience.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're burned out and you don't even know you're burned out. You ever had that experience?
Mm.
And then, one day you totally collapse. You take a nap at 3 in the afternoon and you wake up at 3 in the morning. You ever done that one? I didn't know how tired I was. I didn't know how sleep deprived I was or whatever. It would be better if we knew, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If we were more sensitive to it.
But the point I'm getting to is like, I don't understand why you always ask us what we think we would have done differently. It's like you should tell us. Like that's how it's written.
No. I'm not a cult leader. I want you to understand. I'm giving you some parameters in which to think. But I will not think for you. I'll give you the parameters in which you will think. You will understand. So I ask you to think, if you cared for yourself more, what would you do differently? I would say you would have not burned yourself out, if you want an answer from me. That's one of the things you would have avoided. You would have been sensitive to. But just look at the question again and think more about it. Because if you don't think about it, how will you prevent yourself from... How can you prevent yourself from doing what's bad for you and get yourself to do what's good for you? Because no one else is going to be around you telling you all the time what to do. And it's not that Prabhupada wanted us to not think, but he wanted to give us guidelines in which we would think. So it's not like, well, he'll just tell us everything. No, but he'll give you guidelines in which to use your intelligence. Is that okay, or you'd rather make it easier for you?
So this is also the actual parameters of the relationship between a spiritual master and his followers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously sometimes the Guru is going to say, it's this and it's not that. But he's training you so that you will understand it's this and not that. For example, Prabhupada said you should be a fool at the feet of your Guru. You should feel like a fool at the feet of your Guru. So like, okay, so I guess I don't have to think. That's not what he meant. He meant feeling like a fool means I should not approach a Guru and think I know more than he knows. I'm a fool. Guru Maharaj, enlighten me. And then Prabhupada said, but you should not act like a fool. So there's a difference. Thinking like a fool means humility. Acting like a fool is just stupidity. So the idea is, if I have a Guru and I hear from him, then I would not act like a fool, because now I have knowledge. So he's not going to tell me every little thing to do, but he's going to give me knowledge by which I will now understand all the little things to do. That's the idea. Does that make sense?
Yes, I have to think more about it, but
good. Thinking is like good for you.
Sense,
yeah. It's like you go to medical school and you learn so many things, but you do interning, but eventually you're going to have to do everything on your own, right? based on what you learned. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
I'm sorry that I came a little late. I heard Mataji speaking about renunciation. It's I think for us Matajis, if we are new, sometimes we tend to think, oh, we have to renunciate because the life is a misery anyway. But mostly after some time we realize that we are not fulfilled if we don't have family and kids.
Yes.
And if we don't have the proper protection.
Yes.
And as you can see, also many mothers stay alone and don't have the protection, and they are pushed to that situation to live a renunciate life. But if we have already kids, we naturally come to the position that, at least for me, it was the experience when I came here 2-3 months ago, that naturally I came to the position that all the Prabhus, Brahmacharis, they're like my kids. So we have all big family.
That's nice. Yeah, it's true. You learn a lot by having children. And it's true what you're saying. For women, generally, that's needed. They're constituted that way. Nothing wrong with it, it's just the way they're made. Then the question comes up, is it better to be single and alone and lonely, or married and alone and lonely? Because sometimes that happens to us. Yeah. Better single, alone and lonely than married, alone and lonely. But better married in a good relationship. Anyway, it's Kali Yuga. The good thing about Kali Yuga is we don't live that long. Could you imagine if we lived 1,000 years of this? Oh my God, I don't think anybody would last. You know, people say, I want to live a long time. I go, well, you like your job? No. Well, you want to work at your job another 100 years? Like, yes. Can you give the mic to your son?
So, if I might, I would like to pick up a little bit on this pot washing seva and pot washing topic.
Okay.
Not to exaggerate it, but sometimes it gets really quite late, and as a brahmachari, you more or less a yes man. You should say yes to the service and do it dutifully.
Right.
And so, in general, how can one differentiate between maybe laziness or lack of service attitude and self-care in that case?
The question is interesting because the best answer to the question is that the person who's giving you the seva should be interested in your care so that he wouldn't give you seva late at night and have you get up early in the morning because it's going to burn you out. So if you say, well, I have to do it, okay, you have to do it, that's true. But the leader shouldn't make you have to do it. That would be a better solution. Of course, you could tell the leader and say, this is not healthy for me, and can we make an arrangement so we get the pots done earlier or tomorrow morning after whatever, or something. So you can talk to your leader and express, your needs. I just saw this little clip of Steve Jobs. He said when he was 12 years old, he called up, remember the computers, Hewlett-Packard? Did you ever have those like 20 years ago, Hewlett-Packard? He called up Mr. Hewlett and he said, I want to build something. I didn't know what he wanted to build, but he figured that they would have spare parts just from producing computers. He called up and he answered the phone, Mr. Hewlett, and he said, can I have these spare parts? And he said, sure. And he gave it to him. And Steve Jobs said, you never know what you'll get if you just ask. And most people don't ask. So, you can ask the leader, This is my situation, can we do something different? Yes.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. What do you think about this mentality of no pain, no gain?
In relation to what? Japa?
Service. Yeah, japa also, of course.
Well, we know what Krishna says about it in the Bhagavad Gita. He says, bhakti is joyful. But of course, austerity is healthy. And do you know that story? Prabhupada was going on a morning walk. It must have been probably 1974 in Vrindavan. So they're building the temple. And one devotee was late. And he just ran to catch the walk, which was up the road, and he didn't get his shoes. And Prabhupada said, where are your shoes? And he said, I didn't have time to get them. And Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness is already austere enough. You don't have to make it more austere. So, the goal is not how much austerity can you perform every day. And we definitely have to say that if we're not experiencing happiness in Krishna consciousness, if it's all pain, it's not going to last. It's not possible. And austerity really needs to be done because you value the austerity and you see the benefit of it and you actually want to do it. So even though it's austere, it's like there's a certain kind of pleasure, like that cold shower, it's like, but it's like, I feel great. I just did it. There's a self-development guru in America, and he said, every day I take a cold shower, and they asked him why. He said, because I want to train myself to do something that's difficult. Because I don't like the cold shower, but I just force myself to do it. So I've trained myself every day to do something that's difficult. So he likes doing it for that reason. So that's good. So it helps him. But if we tell everyone, it's 0 degrees out, take a cold shower, run that cold water on your head, it might not work for everybody. I used to do that. Every winter I was sick. Until I realized that actually it's cool. You should do cool water, not ice cold water. And because I wasn't sleeping enough. That two combination, the ice cold shower and the lack of sleep, I was like always sick. Sick, get better, sick, get better, sick, get better. And then after 20 years of being a devotee, I thought, it must be the cold shower and lack of sleep. Like, duh. And then I slept a little more and didn't take the cold showers, and I stopped getting sick. So, are we going to start kirtan or something? Are we going to do Damodar Astika during the kirtan or no? After. So this. So we just do Nisringa, just the normal Nisringa pranams? Okay. Shri Nisringa Bhagavan ki jai. Bhakti Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Go Premanandi Hari Hari Bo. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Of course. Yes. then we read, it said, someone said between 720 and 720.
Yeah, it's written on the other side. It's
Yeah. Indians are always late. Shri Nisingha, Jai Nisingha, Jai Jai Narasimha Dev, Praladadesha Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringha, Shri Nisingha, Jai. Padma Bringha, Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. La la la, Tadayane. La la la, Tadayane. Kasipur Vakshaha Hiranya Kasipur Vakshaha Shilthanka Nakalaye Shilatham Kanakalaye Tonisina Paratanisimha Yatha yatha yami Tatha Nisimha Nishingam Adim Sharanam Prabhade Narasimham Marim Sharanam Prabhade Tava Kara Kamala Varenaka Abhutasena Dalita Hiranyakasipu Anubrahma Keshavadrita Nara Harirupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Prahlad Maharaj ki. Just continue kirtan. Oh, start Damdarasana, okay. Go into kirtan. Yeah, okay. So you're going to do, all going to offer the candle at once? Is that the idea?
Yeah, the idea is that we all sing now the Damdarastakam together.
Can I get a card with the word?
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much, Mahatma Prabhu. So now all please come very, very close. We have to remove the instruments here. We'll do Pushpanjali. And because it's not summer anymore, so we don't have abundance of flowers. We'll do only once, but come very close so you can all get a chance to throw some flowers to some Pushpanjali to Srila Prabhupada. And maybe we can do, ladies this side, boys this side, then you can all come very close. Thank you very much.
Krishna Govinda Hari Murari. You have to pass out the flowers, right? Yeah. Isha Pushpanjali Seva. So you want to do the whole Mangalacharana?
We just do Prabhupada now.
Oh, okay. So we have to give out flowers to everyone?
Yes.
So we'll do three. I know the Prabhupada one. So we'll just do three times each. You want to explain? So we offer flowers 3 times. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Is this Prabhupada Pranama Kahitani?
What are we looking for?
Prabhupada Pranama.
There's some new pranam? I don't know.
It's not in there.
So you want to explain what you're going to do?
Yes. Hare Krishna. So come very close. Last like I said, because we don't have too many flowers, we'll do only once with flowers, but we'll chant 3 times the Prabhupada Pranam mantra word by word, and Mahatma Prabhu will call and we respond. So that's it. Yeah. On the 3rd time, we throw the flowers, so not now. Yeah, when the word Pushpanjali is said, then we offer Pushpanjali or flower petals to Srila Prabhupada.
So you'll repeat after me. Nama Om Vishnu Padhaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Shami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padhaya Krishna Krishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Shami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Dinatarine. I got another mantra in my head. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Shami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Esha Pushpanjali Seva. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Good. Only one mistake.
Would you like to do the last class, or you look
I
for
can.
Kirtan?
I can.
Hare Krishna. So we will continue with the last part of the seminar with some practical japa mantra meditation. We can set up again the Vyasasana there. So you can take a 1-minute break, and then we'll continue with some lecture, japa, and final kirtan. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Tiro Baba Mahamahotsava ki jai. Jai Gaur Pramanande.